Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with part 4 today of how to become wise and sound as a young man. How to become wise and sound as a young man. And I want to start today by saying you must choose what we call growth mindset. There are mindsets in life, and some of the mindsets are those that are constraining, self, not believing in growth, what we call stagnant mindset. But I want to urge you as a young man today that you choose what we call growth mindset. And a growth mindset is a mind that believes in growth, a mind that dreams, that sees visions, a mind that believes that you can become better, the mind that believes that you can become somebody in life, and the mind that is pushing at all times because it believes that you can be successful. That is a mind that is full of growth mind. That's full of growth. Now, a growth mindset has got a lot of plans because growth mindset has got dreams in life. Growth mindset sees things from far and is able actually to see a light at the end of the tunnel at all times. Now, a growth mindset, therefore, cannot give up easily. Growth mindset, therefore, cannot undermine itself. It's for always believing in success. Now, as a young man, you'll realize that if you adopt a growth mindset, you'll be able to push yourself even when situations are difficult. You'll actually rise and run when you're fallen because you've got growth mindset, because you always believe in yourself that you'll succeed. You always believe that you'll grow. That's a mindset that you need to adopt. And I'm emphasizing this mindset because it's a very key mindset that you need to develop as a young man. It will help you also when you have got growth mindset, that you will actually not settle for less. You will not sit in your comfort zone and expect things just to happen. People with growth mindset are hard workers in nature. People of growth mindset, they want to put effort in everything that they do. They don't fold their arms and expect things to happen. That's somebody with growth mindset. Now, as a young man, be a hard worker, therefore, because when you have got a growth mindset, you need to work hard for things to happen. You need to look actually on how you're going to succeed and therefore plan towards that and make sure that you put an effort in those plans to make sure that they succeed. Because there's nothing in this world that will come for free. There's nothing in this world that will happen on its own. You need, as a young man, to have what we call growth mindset so that you can actually build towards what you vision or envisage in front of you. Those things that you see ahead of you. Those dreams that you see ahead of you, you will actually be able to build on those because you've got what we call growth mindset. You need, as a young man as well, to have backstage integrity. Now, what do we mean by backstage integrity? We're speaking about ability to have a backbone as a young man. And that's pure wisdom, and it's actually showing soundness in mind. There are people that don't care how they live, they don't care how they behave, they conduct themselves anyhow. But as a young man, I want to emphasize that it's very important that you have what we call backstage integrity, because there's no integrity in public that doesn't actually exist in private space. So as a young man, learn to have integrity in private. Learn to have integrity at backstage when nobody sees you. Be a person of integrity when people see you and when they don't see you. You don't say, because people don't see me, then you can live anyhow. As a young man, you must have integrity. And integrity starts at the backstage. It starts in a private life when nobody else is around. And that's very key. And I'm advising you as a young man, if you want to be a person of wisdom and a person who's sound, please be cognizant of the integrity that you need in your life. Don't just fold your arms and think that your life will shape up on its own. Structure your life, plan it, and pursue those things that you need to pursue in life that will make you successful. But you need to have integrity. And integrity is very key because it will actually make people to trust you. People trust people of integrity. People honor people of integrity, and you can be honored more when you have got integrity. But also, as I say, people look at people of integrity and they see them as people that are having wisdom. Wise people, they see them as sound in their mind because of your integrity. Ability to say no to no and yes to yes. You don't just become flaky and go to everywhere where your friends are inviting you. Integrity is that ability of saying no to them. I cannot go now because I'm busy. I cannot go now because I'm building my life. I cannot go now because I'm studying. That's integrity, ability to say no to no and not become somebody who's having a spaghetti backbone that just bends at any given time. Rise up and have integrity. But it starts at the backstage, I'm emphasizing. It starts where nobody sees you. It starts where nobody can see how you behave. And you are able to stand firm in that particular situation when nobody sees you. And you are able to say no to those untoward, immoral things. So you are able to say no to those behaviors that are not good. And therefore, as you do so behind closed doors, as you do so when nobody sees you, you are able to show up with that integrity out there, and that's going to make you a wisdom person or a person with sound mind. Remember also to listen to your heart, very, very important. And as a young man, if you are to become wise in life, please listen to your heart, because your heart will never lie. Your heart will never lie to you, and that's very key. And I'm emphasizing that sometimes many people can hear what the heart leads to or what the heart says, and they ignore their heart, and therefore they do things that are against their heart, and they become hurt, and they are actually now regretting. And most of people are living with remorse today because they just simply didn't listen to their heart. Now, as a young man, I want to urge you to learn to listen to your heart, and to learn to do things because you've listened to your heart and you've learned from your heart. And I want to emphasize that when you listen to your heart, you're going to be able to follow the right path. And some may call it gut feeling. Some may call it some little voice from the heart. But it's very important that you listen to that little voice, because that little voice will not lie, because it comes directly from your conscience. And some of the things, if you're not using your conscience, you're not going to succeed, because you're going to do things that are wrong, because your conscience will always warn you. But if you ignore your conscience, you're going to become an immoral individual, and you will regret and live in remorse for the rest of your life, because you would have ignored the guidance from your own spirit, your guidance from your own mind, a guidance from your own feelings and what your heart is saying. And it's very, very important that we are following our heart, or we are listening to our heart as well. Now, as a young man, I want to also urge you to have difficult talks, sometimes with yourself first, before you have difficult talks with other people as well. But I must emphasize that it is very important that you don't shun away from difficult talks with yourself. Rebuke yourself of wrongdoing. Rebuke yourself of laziness. Rebuke yourself of wrong thoughts. Rebuke yourself of lazy plans. And you will actually succeed in life when you are able to rebuke yourself and have hard talks with yourself. This is very key that we emphasize, that as a young man, don't just go with the flow. Make sure that you rise to rebuke yourself in situations that you need to rebuke yourself in. And I'm emphasizing this because it is very key that you are able to rebuke yourself. Now, this is very important as well, that as a young man, as you are able to do things and with people, there are people that are saying things that you may not like. So be able to have difficult talks with them as well. Have difficult talks with your friends. And some of them will be luring you to gangsterisms and drugs and wrong things and so on. Have difficult talks with them. Don't shy away from that, because that will help you to show that you're a sound person and a person of wisdom, when you are able, actually not shunning away from difficult talks with your own friends. Have difficult talks with them. Speak to them where you need to speak to them, and tell them when to get off where you need to, because it's very important. It is your life, by the way, and your life needs to be protected, but only you can protect your own life. So please be careful. Have difficult talks with yourself. Have difficult talks with your friends, with people around you as well. That's very important. Don't shy away from that. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for joining us and being part of this great topic. And I hope you're enjoying it so far. And I hope that you're going to follow us as we wrap it up tomorrow. And we believe as well that you will subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will also like our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum, and like our Facebook page, Micornus Phokane. And please make sure that you click notification buttons as well there so that you are notified when we are having a teaching of this kind, and you will be notified and learn out of that. May the good Lord bless you once more. Remember, this is your host, Micornus Phokane. Allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.